All right, hello and welcome everyone. And yes, this is it. This is officially it. So let's begin with saying that I am absolutely new to this kind of games. Some people are saying it's similar to what Wasteland 3 is, but from what I've seen, it's not really. But I loved Wasteland 3, however. It's definitely a game worth checking out. So we are gonna run it all down. So I'm gonna expecting this gonna take some time before we actually get into the actual game. We have some settings to go through first. Saving, auto-saving, maximum number of auto-saves 25, 50. That's what we go with. And 50 quick saves. We're gonna go full out. Cross save. It's kind of irrelevant, is it? But I uploaded to the servers. Well, we can run that. I don't think we need it, however. Show genitals. Genitals visibility doesn't affect your adventure or access to romance options. Well, okay, let's go with that. I mean, we are European. Well, I don't think I will pick that tonight. Tomorrow, maybe. Tomorrow, I'm almost hell-bent on Dwarf tomorrow. But I will still check the Dwarf out and the new options tonight. Exploration highlights, none. Let's go with none. I don't know what that is. Let's just go with none. All of this should be 9 karmic dice. Karmic dice avoid failure or success streaks, while keeping the results mostly random. So what, if I roll a fail, it will most likely next one become a success. Nah, I don't want that. Let's go full RNG. Only roll bad rolls. Auto select character after combat. Let's just go with that. Locked mouse to window, edge panning speed, dynamic combat camera. This is a bit hard to know if we want this. We just kind of leave it at that. Let's go to key bindings. It's nothing special. Don't have any like mouse acceleration or anything. Video. Nothing fancy here too. Full screen, triple buffering. We have capped at 120. I don't think we're going to roll that high. However, if we do run into some performance issues, we will activate DLSS. I have that off right now. I can probably already turn it on, but if we will see how it performs first. And yeah, we're running DLAA here because DLAA is beautiful. Depth of field is off because it is disgusting. Otherwise, everything should be at its peak. Yeah, I think everything should be at its peak. Audio settings, nothing fancy here. Point and click voice frequency. Now let's just go with always. I think I need to hear when I'm doing something wrong. Send it to Megan. No, nothing interesting. Interface here maybe might be something interesting. Input mode. Yeah, but we are not using controller anyway, so that doesn't matter. North-facing minimap, definitely. Otherwise, I will be very confused. Pings tutorial, definitely that too. Recent activity. Well, that could be good as well to review stuff. Show full tooltip. This I got recommended to have on always. Show subtitles. Yeah, this I've been tweaking. We have show speaker and everything, and apart from that, everything should be pretty standard. Add containers automatically. Nah, let's not go with that. Always show item stack splitter. No. Let's not bother with that. Now, accessibility. Looks to be the same. No, wait, no, it's not. Show cinematic nudity. Well, let's just go for it. We will have to keep that in mind, though. Longer press and hold. Enable to increase the time to activate any press and hold mouse button action. This makes it easier to use dragging actions with sticky button binding in external software. No, I don't think we need that. And the rest is, yeah, we already been through that. So yeah, that is options. And let's go new game. So like I said, I am new to this. I have never played a Baldur's game before, Baldur's Gate game before. I'm actually very new to Larian games. So it would be only logical for me to go explorer, which is why I'm going to go tactician and get punished really badly. So I'm going to get absolutely destroyed. Because why not? That's just the way we do it. I don't think you can even change this once we start, but that's fine. We are going to have to restart and reload and everything a lot. It's going to be a lot of reloads. This is actually my first time seeing this one, so I have no idea. Alright, so that was about it. Okay. But that was disgusting. Tutorials can help you learn about the core mechanics of Baldur's Gate 3. Would you like to turn them on? Now, I sit at a golden opportunity here to actually turn this off and learn the hard way, but I don't think I can cope with that. It would be very foolish, so I'm gonna just accept this. I also want to say that we are going to be playing 2 playthroughs. We're going to start with this one. This is going to be our English playthrough. The next one tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central European Summertime will be in Swedish. And we're going to be playing that sort of opposite how we're going to be playing this one. So this will be more like a honorful, lawful, good playthrough and neutral. And the one tomorrow will be like evil and very bad, probably. I can actually pick origin characters here. That one we can actually customize as well, but yeah. But we are gonna go with did I just get this look because of that? There we go. We're gonna go with custom anyway. That is what the developers have recommended, so we're gonna roll with that. Everything actually looks very different. I jumped into the game the previous 2 days just to read up a little bit. But it looks very different now. So, okay, edit appearance. You can do that last, right? So we have elf, choices pending. You may change your cantrip by selecting another one from the wizard spell list below. This cantrip doesn't use spell slots and can be cast at will. It uses your intelligence as its modifier. Alright. Alright. So if I have done my research correctly, the damage is determined on all of the numbers we see there. So basically, it would be a random number, one die cast with a number from 1 to 8. So if that said 2, it would be 2 die casts. And that would say how many numbers each die have. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot to learn here. But yeah, I'm not gonna play Wizard, that's for sure. So let's just see what we have. I think more importantly is which class you would roll. What does each class have? No, each class doesn't have different stats. I mean, each race doesn't have different stats. Classes probably have. Okay, that changes everything a lot. Alright. Okay, with ethereal countenances and long lifespan, elves are home with nature's power, flourishing in light and dark alike. So we can move 9 meters per turn. You have proficiency with a long sword, short bow, and long bow. Well, I know what proficiency means, but yeah. So these are the weapons we can use, is it? Simple weapons. Martial weapons. Long sword, short swords, long bows, and short bows. Are the first two bound to my class, maybe? I think so. That changed into hand crossbows. Now it's a Morning Stars. So okay, so if I would like to be, let's say something. If I would like to play a wizard, But I would like to have a bow. I would have to play elf. Alright. You can see in the dark up to 12 meters. Hey from Stockholm. Dark vision. So okay, so well, what if it is a dark room? I cannot see anything. Guess we're going to need something for that as well. You have advantage on saving throws. What is that? Against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep. I mean, I know advantage here makes you more likely to succeed. Okay, but saving throws determines whatever a target resists a spell or condition. Okay, so it's harder for me to get charmed, but I cannot be put asleep. That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a good plan, actually. Well, actually, I don't know. Well, you're gonna have to download the entire game too. That's 122 gigabytes. Tiefling. Descends from the devils of the nine hells. Tieflings face constant suspicions in Faerun. Thankfully, their arcane abilities make them natural survivors. You can move 9 meters per turn. I don't even know if that's the same as an elf, I believe. I can see in the dark up to 12 meters. You have resistance to fire damage, taking only half damage from it. Maybe. A little specific, but okay. Draw. Oh yeah. I have a feeling that this game will need something called a notepad. It's an ancient thing that was very popular back in the days when gamers rose to, well, what was supposed to be the almighty power, but we never got all the way. So, fresh notepad. Keep an eye on things like that. Right, Drow. Driven to the Underdark, most Drow have adopted a ruthless pragmatism, while the Lots warn the light in the goddess' evil tenets. The Seldarin rejects her attempts to overthrow the leader of the Elven Pantheon. And yeah, I will butcher a lot of words here. So it's like an elf. It isn't. It's a damn elf. Oh shit. Sub-races. There's the mystical Feywild High Elves value magic in all its forms, and even those who do not study spellcraft can manipulate the weave. Firebolt. Does that mean the range of it is 18 meters? Your movement speed is increased by 1.5. What does movement speed have to do? Oh. Okay. How far you can move each turn. Okay. Okay. So it's reach, basically. Mountainous is the deepest layer of the hells. These tieflings inherit the ability to wield fire and darkness from the archdevil Asmodeus' infernal bloodline. Conjuration cantrip. A flame in your hand sheds a light in a 9-meter radius and deals 1 to 8 fire damage when thrown. Throwing the flame immediately after you conjure it does not cost an action. So action is how many is, yeah, that's a resource. Alright. Hunting long rest. Extinguishing or throwing it on the subsequent throws cost an action. Okay, well I mean that could be pretty good, I guess. What's that? Spellcasting ability, charisma. Is it based off charisma, the damage then, I guess? Condition, a flickering flame sheds light around the creature. So I think this is until long rest. I think you need to like, you can only use it like once, then you need to do a long rest. If I remember the live stream they had some time ago here. It's like a month now. And then you can use it again. Alright. Well, I mean, pretty good. Not bad. Descendants from the Archdevil Mephistopheles or something like that. It's something. These tieflings are gifted with a particular affinity for arcane magic. Conjuration cantrip. Create a spectral hand that can manipulate and interact with objects. You already know this spell. Oh, yeah, but that's yeah, that's irrelevant. At least it tells us about that. What does that mean, though? Does it wait? Okay, wait. Does the hand stay for 10 turns and then it disappears? Tieflings from the Sariel bloodline are empowered with martial strength and can channel searing flame to punish enemies. Gain advantage on intimidation and performance checks. Ability check. Test whenever an action is successful based on the dice roll. Your ability modifier, any bonuses and checks difficult class. Hold on, I want to go even further. Difficulty class DC. A number that must be matched or exceeded to succeed. Rolling a 1 always fails. Rolling a 20 always succeeds. So what if that would be like a 10? I need to make sure I get a roll over 10. 10 or above. Otherwise it fails. Okay. Okay, well that's that. And then we have Lotsworn Drow, raised by the Lots cult in the city of Mensuberansan. These Drow embody the virtues of their corrupt and merciless goddess. Loth marks their followers with bright red eyes, so those in the Underdark will learn to fear them on sight. These doesn't seem to get anything. Surely these did, yeah, did they get something? What the hell is this then? They just have to like, is it just lore? It's just for RP purposes or something, I don't know. Doesn't give any bonuses. Okay, well, okay then I guess. Selrin Drow can be found seeking allies from all over Faerun, aiming to settle their conflict with Loth and each other by any means necessary. Okay. Okay, next one, human. The human doesn't have any subclasses. The most common face in Faerun. Humans are known for their tenacity, creativity, and endless capacity for growth. 9 meters, same as everyone else so far, apart from one of them that could go 1.5 more. You have weapon proficiency with spear pikes and halberds and glaives. And armor proficiency with light armor and shields. Human versatility. Select an additional skill to be proficient in. Your carrying capacity is increased by a quarter. Well, I like carrying capacity. However, I think that running human is very, like, kind of straightforward. I'm not saying that I will not do it. I'm just saying that I will see if anything else will pique my interest. Gyordanki or something like that. Gyordanki. With a ruthlessness born from mind flayer enslavement. Ride the astral sea atop red dragons, bring their silver swords and the sonic might bear against any trace of the Elith menace. They don't also have any subclass. No, they don't have any. They don't have any subclass. Okay, gain proficiency in all skills of a chosen ability until long rest. Let me see here. Where was it? This one that have it? Until long rest. Why are the icons different? What is making them different? Has proficiency in all skills of a chosen ability. Well, I don't know really. Is it because that is just that ability and the other one is just any? Could be like that. There are 6 abilities. String. Yeah, I know them. Actually, I don't know them. So it is Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma, Strength. It is kind of straightforward. Can I even check? Yeah, I can. But I mean, this is kind of, unless you're absolutely new to games, you would know what this is for. I mean, that is hit points, agility users, so like bow. That is just melee. Intelligence, magic, wisdom, however, not sure. Clerics and druid and rangers. Maybe healing, perhaps too. Charisma, force of personality, improves spellcasting for bards, paladins, sorcerers, and warlocks. Influences traders' prices. Okay. But it seems like charisma is kinda big deal. Right, now we are going to dwarves here. And they do have sub-races. As durable and unyielding as their home stone, dwarves are some of the finest warriors, miners, and smiths of Faerun. They can only move 7.5 meters per turn. I think that's less than the others. It's like 1.5. Less than the others. Dwarven combat training. You have proficiency with the battle axe, hand axe, light hammer, and warhammer. Assuming the warhammer is a two-hander. And the battle axe is a two-hander probably. You can see in the dark up to 12 meters. And you have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance to poison damage. Okay. So we have Gold Dwarf. These dwarves are known for their confidence and keen intuition. The culture of their deep kingdom values family, ritual, and fine craftsmanship. Subrace feature is your hit point maximum increases by 1 and increases by 1 again every time you gain a level. So what it the first off, it gives us a flat out 1 more point, and then it gives us 1 point again every level for every level we do. Okay. Well, okay, then if we don't have a lot of health, I don't know what is a lot of health, so, or what's max level even. Shield Dwarf. Great losses in ancient wars against goblins and orcs have led these dwarves to adopt a cynical mindset. They will endure anything to restore their ancestral homeland. You have armor proficiency with light and medium. It could very much be, yeah. So the other ones don't? So what? The gold dwarf have no armor? He doesn't have any armor proficiency in anything. Wearing light armor will not impose disadvantage on your attack rolls or prevent you from casting spells. Makes you less likely to succeed. Yeah, sure. A dice roll that determines whenever an attack hits a target. The attack succeeds if the roll matches or exceeds the target's armor class. Armor class? AC. The higher your armor class, the harder you are to hit. The harder you are to hit. Like, if they would miss, or if just how tanky I am. And Durgar. Once enslaved by the Eldritch Mind Flayers, Durgar adapted to freedom with harsh practicality. They're called demeanors and gift of stealth are well known throughout the Underdark. So they have superior dark vision. They can see up to 24 meters in the dark. That's quite a lot. You have advantage on saving throws against illusions and against being charmed or paralyzed. Okay. Well, we can take a look at the beards while we are here then. So, I mean, we have 6 different heads. Ash tone, but I think we can actually, yeah, we can go like that if you wish to. But just because we had like that, so. They definitely seem to be have adding a lot more different customization features. Maturity freckle. Okay. And then of course we have vitiligo, pigmentation. And then we have genitals. Voice.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened. I wonder...
More of those wretched things. There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Where to next?
What was that?
So there are 8 voices. 4 male voices and 4 female voices. Alright. That's more than It was last time I checked. Can we like be? Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, that doesn't change anything. Body type then. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you can be a female dwarf as well. Let's see. So where are we going next? And is it body arch? No, it is hair. Ah, beautiful. Damn, that's a lot of hairstyles actually. I didn't realize. Damn, that is indeed a lot of it. I mean, it must be close to almost 100 hairstyles. That's perfect. I mean, well, no, that is perfect. Ray, show highlights. Well, I'm not sure if that will help us. Facial hair. Here we go. Okay, there are some new ones, I guess. I think this one was in the game already. There are some clipping there on his lip, but maybe there's something that can be fixed. Maybe. No. Oh dear, no. Well, I don't remember seeing this one. There are some physics at play here. And that's a face that that you should always trust. Okay, well, in terms of beards, I guess there are 3 that are sort of big. That one, and that one. Fireforged tassels, Odysseus, and the rambling obscenity. That is probably the biggest one. But I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure why we are clipping. Could it be just a face? Yeah, no, it doesn't clip anymore. So it does clip a little bit with face too. That doesn't seem to do anything. I'm not sure what that even is. Piercing style. They're piercings. I don't even see the rest of the piercings. I don't even know if I want to know where they end up. Lots of different tattoos. But yeah, it looks pretty okay. I mean, you can probably make a decent dwarf in here. When I checked it out earlier today before I uninstalled it, there were definitely not this much hair. There were almost no good hair in my opinion. Now they must have like tripled or 4 times the amount of it. That's a lot of it. Yeah, it does. It did that earlier as well, I think. There were female haircuts there too. But they definitely have added a lot more to it. Oh, I didn't know the tattoos went that far. But yeah, that's nice. That I have no complaints at that. Well, we have explored everything, but yeah, we do need to explore the dwarf genitalia as well, because while we are at it, so default genitalia, we are all familiar what the default is, I suppose, and everybody knows what penis B is or penis C. I think do we need to? Oh, okay, there we go. So, I mean, everyone knows what the differences are here. Oh, okay, oh shit, okay, we're just going for it, oh, okay. Alright, okay, sure. Well, I don't know. Well, we have just penis and then we have default. What the differences are, I don't know. But yeah. There we go. I'm not sure what I would have rolled with. Well, yeah, that's nice. At least there is a bunch of customizations for it. Not sure why you would customize your genitals yet. But yeah, I think we can make a solid dwarf. Big issue I think many games have when it comes to dwarfs is that they almost look like gnomes or like toy makers. At least that's not well. Okay, the hair is not perfect there. I have to admit it became a bit Karen, but it's fine. At least it looks like a dwarf in my opinion. Maybe I shouldn't be a wizard as well. Like, I don't know, maybe a paladin or something like that. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, it's one of the few games that have good models in my opinion too. So yeah, we are probably going to make a dwarf tomorrow, I think. For the Swedish playthrough in the morning. I think so. Unless something else catches my eye now. But so far I have nothing written in the notepad about it. So, we went through the sub races, yeah. I just need to check this before we do that. 7.5, yeah. They have shorter distance. But it's really weird. Or is it because I'm just a wizard? It could just be that, because the gold dwarf doesn't have any armor proficiency as a wizard. But of course, if I change this to barbarian, then it's light armor and medium. Okay. Well, we've been a wizard so far, so let's just continue as it. Half-elf. Curious, ambitious, and versatile, half-elves are welcome everywhere, but struggle without a community to call their own. 9 meters, we have spears, pikes, halberds, and glaives. I think this is the same as humans, actually. Can see up to 12 meters in the dark. And Fey Ancestry have advantage on saving throws against being charmed. And magic can't put you to sleep. Same as the elf. I mean, it's a half-elf. I mean, it has the both sides of the humans and the elf. High half-elf doesn't have anything. It looks like it should have something. Is it because of this? It is. Okay, so you get to pick one. A touch of the Feywilds remain in half-elves with this bloodline, and those, and even those untrained in the magic possesses a hint of wild power. Okay. Dexterity save. Okay, that's what that meant. Okay. Okay, yeah. 13. So we do get to pick one here, but I think this is also part of the wizard, is it? Not necessarily. No. It doesn't need to be. So it's a lot of different stuff here. Bone chill, necrotic, poison, lightning. Take only half of the damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks for 2 turns. Friends. Gain advantage on charisma checks against non-hostile creatures. This spell can be cast while you're silenced. In higher difficulty modes, the target might accuse you of enchanting them. Okay. Then it says concentration. Caster needs to focus on maintaining this spell. They can only cast one concentration spell at a time, and their concentration might be broken when they take damage. Okay. Illuminate a 9-meter radius. So wait, this could actually help in dark areas? Infuse an object with an aura of light until long rest. Only affects one target at a time. Create an illusion that completely compels nearby creatures to investigate. You can remain hidden while casting the spell. And can be cast while we are silenced. For 10 turns. Okay. Wood half-elf. Like the wood elf parents, these half-elves have quickened stride and an eye for stealth. Yet many break away from isolation in Faerun's forest to explore the rest of the realms. Has just more movement speed, and drow. Most half-drow result in liaisons between Seldarin drow and surfacers. While half-drow inherited a few magical gifts, they aren't usually raised in the Underdark. So they get that cantrip. Okay. Understood. So far I'm getting it. We haven't even explored the right panel yet. I'm kind of curious to see what those things are. Is that our health, actually? That is our health. Okay, so is that what we start with? Okay, well that changes everything then, because if that it's so little health, then suddenly 1 hit point is kinda a lot, actually. Hey, Poseidon. So, if you will level up one more time, you would end up on 10. And so forth. Well, that's kind of good, actually. That makes that... is that for all dwarves? No, it was not for all dwarves. It was only for... it's only for the gold dwarf. That's actually then kind of good, really. Depending on what max level is, but I don't think that matters if we have so little hit points. What's that, by the way? Initiative. Yeah, we're going through everything here. I've almost been at it for an hour, going through stuff. Haven't gone into character creation, well, to creating our own character yet. Initiative determines who acts first in combat. The higher your initiative, the earlier you take your turn. Okay. That could be very good too, actually, but that's... what does that mean? And only one? Is it different? I think that might be more related to what class we are than race. Alright. That is... I think that also might be part of our class. Okay. Let's go. We were on Halfling. Small yet capable halflings prefer the comforts of home and heart. But their natural luck and dexterity makes them fine adventurers. They also have only 7.5 meters per turn. Lucky. When you roll a 1 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die and must use the new roll. Okay. So it gives us a second chance, but then we have to go with the second roll. Brave. So was there anything over there we needed to check? No. You have an advantage on saving throws against being frightened. Stealthy but social. These halflings travel all over Faerun to make names for themselves. As a Lightfoot halfling. Naturally stealthy. You have an advantage on stealth checks. And a Strongheart halfling. Legend has it that dwarven blood gave Stronghearts their hardiness, resistant to poison, and wellspring of endurance. These halflings easily hold their own. Saving throws against poison and resistant to poison damage. Okay. That's that. Then we come to Gnome. Small, clever. What is the difference between these? It's just that halflings seem to be more bulkier than the gnome. Small, clever, and energetic. Gnomes use their long lives to explore Faerun's brightest corners and darkest depths. Same movement speed. Gnome cunning. You have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, and saving throws. And charisma saving throws. Okay. The most commonly seen gnome on Faerun surface, rock gnomes are named as such for their hardness and affinity for metal. So dark vision, 12 meters, so it's not superior. Artificer's lore. Add twice the proficiency bonus to history checks. I don't know what history checks mean yet. I hope we get an explanation on that later. Forest gnome. Even smaller than their cousins, twice as reclusive. Forest gnomes are a rare sight in Faerun. They master magic and craftsmanship in their distant idyllic groves. So with the force, you don't get the ability to actually speak with animals. Level 1 divination spell. Gain the ability to comprehend and communicate with beasts. Always prepared. Long rest. What does that mean? You can only do it once? Okay, I see, okay. So it recharges once per long rest, so I probably can only do it once, then I need to do a long rest and I can do it again. Always prepared. Clerics, druid, paladins and wizards must prepare spells before they can use them. Doesn't count towards your maximum prepared spells. But this one is always prepared, so I don't need to prepare it. Okay. And dark vision. More guarded than the surface cousins. Deep gnomes survive in the Underdark with dark vision and skillful stealth. Superior dark vision, 24 meters, and stone camouflage. You have advantage on stealth checks. Then we come to Dragonborn. A proud race that values clan and skill above all else. Once enslaved by dragons, they strive to be self-sufficient, not wanting to be beholden to anyone, not even the gods. They only have base racial speed. That's nothing. Well, okay, well, it's very little in my opinion compared to the others. It's the least so far. Oh shit. Okay, well, they do have... Okay, I think we're just gonna check the actions here. So the Black Dragonborn have Acid Breath. Okay, so here we have another thing. So this says 2d6. So the way I understand it, and if it's correct, and I think it is correct, then we have 2 dice with 6 sides on each. So yeah, the lowest we have is 2, and the most you can have is 12. On save, target still takes half damage. Dexterity save. The target rolls against the attacker's difficult class. If the roll is equal to or higher than the difficult class, the target resists the effects on the attack. Wait, is that based on my dexterity? So if I would have 16 in dexterity, would that be 16? And does that mean that the counter roll? No, I don't think there's a counter roll. I think that means I would have to roll 16 or higher for this to work. Or something like that. I have no idea actually. Subrace feature. The blood of ancient dragon flows through your veins. You are resistant to acid damage. But resistant doesn't mean immune, right? Only take half the amount of damage from certain damage type. Okay. No, it doesn't. Blue. Blue Dragonborn. So lightning. Dex save. Resistance to lightning damage. Brass. Wait, do they all look different too? Yeah, they do. Fire breath. Dex save, fire damage, bronze. Lightning. Didn't we have lightning here? We didn't have lightning here. Copper. Acid. Gold. Fire damage, acid, probably. No, this is poison. That looks really nice. I like the design of that. Con save. So, hold on. Con is 15, then it should say 15 here. It doesn't. Difficult class 13. The target rolls against the attacker's difficulty class. But surely that must mean if I attack someone, they roll against me with that. That's also pretty good. We do have a tail, right? We do not seem to have a tail. Not what I can see here, at least. Red. That's fire. Silver. That is frost. And white is frost. Okay. Well, then we only have one more race left, right? Half-orc. So, creatures of intense emotion. Half-orcs are more inclined to act than contemplate. Whenever the rage burning their bodies compels them to fight, or the love filling their hearts inspires acts of incredible kindness. It's a very handsome orc, yeah. I do agree. What do we have? We have 9 meters, so we're back to what everyone else have apart from the shorter classes. Dark vision. If you reach 0 hit points, you regain 1 hit point instead of becoming downed. That's pretty good, actually. That's actually pretty good. Savage attacks. When you land a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, your damage dice are tripled instead of doubled. That's actually also very good. Your damage dice are tripled instead of doubled. Okay. Well, that could be very nice, actually. Can we just randomize this and see what we get? How they can look? Oh. That is beautiful. Oh no, there must be some people out there are making them the most weird characters ever. It's just, it's, well, you can definitely make some nice looking characters. Let's stick to that. That's great. They do not have any subclasses, so that is the races done. That's great. That's like the beginning. Let's go to classes. I'm gonna start with the Barbarian. Let's get rid of that one. So the strong embrace that the wild that hides inside, keen instincts, primal physicality, and most of all an unbridled, unquenchable rage. That sounds very stable. We have details even. Yeah, but that must yeah, that says already over there. That's fine. While raging, you're stronger and you deal 2 extra damage with melee and improvised weapons and when throwing objects. You have resistance to physical damage and advantage on strength checks and saving throws. 10 turns. Rage ends early if you don't attack an enemy or take damage each turn. You can't cast or concentrate on spells while raging. Bonus action. Replenishable resource. Your secondary resource in combat. Once per turn. The number of times you can enter a rage. Once per long rest. Okay. That is probably good to know. While not wearing armor, you add your constitution modifiers to your armor class. Wearing heavy armor impedes your rage. Okay, so you don't really want to wear heavy armor as this. While not wearing armor is the way. We're just going to run naked? Just like that? Okay, that one is 14. But okay. Bard. You know music is more than a fancy. It is a power. Through a study and adventure, you have mastered song, speech, and magic within. Cantrips. Psychic. Insult a creature. It has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Wisdom save. Wait, does that... Oh, okay. So what, if I go to Barbarian, does that turn... Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, well that's nice. So it tells us our most important ability. Is that really called ability? It is. So that is ability. I would not really call that ability, but okay. Fair enough. This is abilities. Our stats. So what else do we have? We have spells here. Blade Ward, we've checked this one earlier. Healing Word. Heal a creature you can see. Frighten a creature, it will be easier to hit and cannot move 2 turns. Okay. Wait, what is that? Level 1 spell slot. Replenishable resource. Use to cast spells once per long rest. Okay. Tasha's Hideout Laughter. Leave a creature prone with laughter without the ability to get up. 10 turns. The creature must have an intelligence of 5 or more. The target can try to shake off the effect each time it takes damage. And its concentration as well, I see. Charisma. Make yourself or a target immune to frighten and gain 5 temporary hit points each turn. That sounds pretty good. For 10 turns, I mean, each turn that would be 50 hit points. Temporarily only, but yeah. That's pretty good actually. You can only have temporary hit points from one source. So in theory, if I would go Barbarian and go naked with him, I would be very squishy. But if I would use Heroism on that Barbarian, I would stack up a lot of health. It's pretty good. Inspire an ally to add a 1d6 bonus to their next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw until long rest. Bardic Inspiration. Through stirring words and music, bards can inspire allies or augment their own attacks. Once per long rest. And there's a spell slot. Okay. Cleric. Clerics represent... hold on. Okay, so we have subclass here even. Clerics are representatives of the gods they worship, wielding potent divine magic for good or ill. Resistance, guidance, sacred flame. There's a radiant. First time see a radiant here. Make a target more resistance to spell effects and condition. The target gain a 1d4 bonus to ability checks. So if I understand that you can, it's a 1 die roll with 4 sides. So you can get, for example, +4 to strength, I guess. That will last for 10 turns. Domain spell. You gain spells from your domain. They are always prepared. Subclass. Alright, that's a lot of them. The life domain is an aspect of many good deities offering spells to protect and restore the mind, body, and soul. So healing and bless. Bless up to 3 creatures. Your devotion empowers your healing spells when casting a healing spell. When casting a spell, the target regains additional hit points equal to the 2 plus the spell's level. Does that change everything like when we go in here? No, it doesn't. This is like its own thing. The light domain is offered by deities of justice, majesty, and the primordial flame, providing spells to dispel darkness and harm the undead. Infuse an object with an aura of light. Burning hands. But if hit points are that low, then that must be a lot of damage. 18 must be a lot then. I just have a feeling that is quite a lot. Fairy fire. All targets within the light turn visible, and attack rolls against them have advantage. Okay. Shield yourself on divine light. Use your reaction to impose disadvantage on an attacker, possibly causing their attack to miss. Okay. Trickery domain. A domain shared by wicked, chaotic, and mischievous deities alike. Those who channel trickery specialize in deception and illusion magic. Grant another creature advantage on stealth checks. Charm. Charm a humanoid to prevent it from attacking you. You gain advantage on charisma checks in a dialogue. Okay. Condition ends if you or an ally hurts the target. Disguise self. Magically change all aspects of your appearance. Huh. Okay. Nothing happens with the looks when we do that. But the stats change and everything. Adaptable and android in all manner of language and skills. Your mind is an intellectual cup brimming with exquisite knowing. Command. Command a creature to flee, move closer, freeze, drop onto the ground, or drop its weapon. And then sleep. Put creature into a magical slumber. Select targets to up to a combined 24 hit points. Alright. Nature domain. You embody the vast viridian power of the natural world and avatar of subtle divinity and fruitful. Avian migration, woodland silence, and the landslide roaring fury. Shilaga. Your staff or club becomes magical. It deals 4 to 11 bludgeoning damage and uses spell casting ability for attack rolls. And they get to speak with animals too. An animal friendship. Convince a beast not to attack you. You will learn a druid cantrip and become proficient in animal handling, nature, or survival. Animal handling is wisdom +3. Influence animals, pet all of the dogs. That's important. Nature. Recognize plants and animals. Hug trees. Survival. Stay alive in the wilds. Okay, Tempest domain. Your fate has made you the very thunder that quakes the black firmament. The lightning courses through the veins of a terrible storm. Thunder wave. Fog cloud. The cloud blinds and heavily obscures creature within it. Okay. Hiding in a heavily obscured area will go undetected unless you get too close to another creature. Okay. 10 turns, that is. Until long rest. Strike back at an attacking creature, potentially dealing 2 to 16 lightning damage. On a failed saving throw, you deal half of a 2 to 16 thunder damage roll. Okay. And War Domain. Fortified by a holy seal, you brandish an arsenal of sacramental savagery to use against those who you deem unrighteous. Your weapon attacks deals an additional 1 to 4 radiant damage, and protect a creature from attacks increase its armor class by 2. When you make an unarmed or weapon attack, you can spend a priest charge to make an additional attack as a bonus action. I'm not sure what that actually means, but then we have a lot of stuff here. Bahamut. I mean, these doesn't seem to do any difference. I think are these like gods they can like swear to or something, pledge to? I'm not sure if this have any purpose. Maybe it has some dialogue purposes or stuff like that, but it doesn't give us anything. There's a lot of options, however. I mean, if you really want to dive into the lore, then Cleric seems to be very thick about that. Okay, let's go to Cleric. Druid. Druids channel the elemental forces of nature and share a deep kinship with animals. Mastery of wild shape allows them to transform into beasts from all over the realms. So this tells us what they give. Clubs, daggers, javelins, maces, quarterstaffs, scimitars, sickles and spears. Light and medium armor and shields. That's that one, so we do more damage. Thorn whip. Piercing. Pulls the creature 3 meters closer to you. Ice knife. 3 to 22. That's pretty good. Is that piercing and cold? Throw a shard of ice and deals 1 to 10 piercing damage. It explodes and deals 2 to 12 cold damage to anyone nearby. It leaves an ice surface. On miss, the shard of ice still explodes. Thunder wave, cure wounds, okay. Healing. Okay, I think that's also kind of important, is it? Yeah, it is. Heal a creature you can touch. That's a melee. We can only do that in melee range, by the looks of it. 2 meters. While this one is up to 18. So as long as we can see it. Enhanced leap. Triple a creature's jumping distance 10 turns. And spell slots. This seems to be something that only spellcasters have. Okay. There are no subclasses that I can see. So, fighter. Fighters have mastered the art of combat, wielding weapons with unmatched skills and wearing armor like a second skin. Second wind. 2 to 11 healing. Draw on your stamina to heal yourself. I think this one seems rather basic. Fighting style. Did we have that for Druid? No, that's just cantrips. Fighting style. Adopt a particular style of fighting as your speciality. Archery. You gain a 2+ bonus to range weapon attacks. Is that only if I use a bow? You gain +1 bonus to armor class while wearing armor. When you're wielding a melee weapon that is not two-handed or versatile in one hand, and no weapon in the other, you deal an additional 2 damage with that weapon. Great weapon fighting. When you roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die for an attack with the two-handed melee weapon, that die is re-rolled once. Okay, protection. When you have a shield, impose disadvantage to an attack against your allies when you're within 1.5 meters. You must be able to see the attacker. Could be good if you want to go a little bit tanky. When you make an attack with your offhand weapon, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the attack. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so Monk, I think this one was added just recently. Channel your cosmic enlightenment by deftly dodging and efficiently disassembling your foes through stunning strikes and a world full of martial art attacks. Punch twice in quick succession. Key points. Key is magic that flows through all living beings. You can use key points to fuel your advanced monk techniques. It recharges on short rest. Okay. I don't know what the difference is between long and short, apart from the obvious that either one is longer than the other. Okay. Unarmed defense. Your reflexes are as effective as any armor. While not wearing armor, you add your wisdom modifier to your armor class. Okay. Attacks with monk weapons and unarmed attacks scale with your dexterity instead of your strength. If your dexterity is higher. Attacks with monk weapons and unarmed attacks deal 1 to 4 bludgeon damage, unless the normal damage is higher. And the bonus unarmed strikes. After making an attack with a monk weapon or while unarmed, you make another unarmed attack as a bonus action. Well, I think we should check Paladin then. Here we have subclasses as well. They didn't have a subclass monks. No. So, fueled by the oath you swore to uphold justice and righteousness, you are a beacon of hope in dark times. Lay of hands. For healing, use your blessed touch to heal a creature or cure of his all diseases and poisons. Divine sense. Gain advantage on attack rolls against celestial, fiends, and undead. Channel oath charge is 1. You gain the ability to channel the power contained in your paladin oath, which you can use to fuel certain actions. Oath of the Ancients. You fight on the side of the light in a cosmic struggle against darkness to persevere sanctity of life and beauty of nature. Oaths of the Ancient Paladins abide by the following tenets. Kindle the light. Through act of kindness and kindle the light of hope in the bleakest hole of despair. Shelter the light where love blooms, stand against the devilry that would snip its stem. Preserve your own light. The light in culture and small joys to preserve the light in your own heart. Okay, that changes even the looks of them. Okay. Following the ideal of the knight in shining armor, you act with honor and virtue to protect the weak and pursue the greater good. Hold a rebuke. Grant an ally a vengeful order that deals 1 to 4 radiant damage to anyone who hits them with a melee attack. Oath of Deviation. Paladins abide the following tenets. Courage. Stride dauntlessly into action. Compassion. Show with clemency when prudent and lend your arm to those in need. And duty. Tend your responsibilities. Obey just laws and support those entrusted to your care. Oath of Vengeance. You have set aside even your own purity to right the wrongs and deliver justice to those who have committed the most grievous sins. So this is just one that... Yeah, this is not a very holy paladin anymore. Inquisitor's Might. You or an ally's weapon attack deals an additional 2 radiant damage and can daze enemies for 1 turn. Oath of Vengeance. Paladins abide by the following tenets. Fight the greater evil. Exerting your wisdom, identify the higher morality in any given instance, and fight for it. No mercy for the wicked. Casting those who dole out their villainy by wiping their blight from the world forever. Yeah, this is basically a paladin who has 0 Fs left to give. Ranger. Rangers are unrivaled scouts and trackers owning a deep connection with nature in order to hunt their favorite prey. True strike, gain advantage to your next attack roll. Find familiar. Summon a familiar, a face spirit that takes an animal form of your choosing. We have favorite enemy. Studying the tactics and abilities of certain creatures has granted you a set of abilities that is useful in a variety of situations. It doesn't change its stats. However, they have 3 initiative. So Bounty Hunter. Gain proficiency in investigation. Creature you hit with a snaring strike. Is that? No, it's not. But why would I go for that if I get that here? Or is that... Wait, we get it for everything. Okay. Have disadvantage on saving throw. Okay, so we gain something called investigation. You specialize in hunting creatures from other planes of existence. You gain proficiency in Arcana and can cast protection from evil and good. Protects an ally against the attacks and power of aberrations, celestial elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. And when these creatures attack you, they have disadvantage. Keeper of the Veil. You specialize in hunting creatures from other planes of existence. You gain proficiency Arcana. Yeah, that's the one we already did. Yeah. Magebreaker. You have a history of battling spellcasters. You gain proficiency Arcana and can cast True Strike. That's that. Ranger Knight. You have sworn to serve a crown or nation and seek to bring its foes to ruin. Gain skill proficiency in history and armor proficiency with heavy armor. Okay. That's interesting. Well, let's see history here. Remember the past of the world and its people. We gain +1 to intelligence. Is that how that works? Sanctified Stalker. Cantrip, okay. You swore to hunt enemies of a holy or druidic order. You gain proficiency in religion and can cast Sacred Flame. That is Sacred Flame. Intelligence +1. Recognize deities, understanding holy rites. Okay. And then we have Natural Explorer. Years of traveling in the wilds have made you particularly attuned to the beasts or adept at surviving in certain environments. Okay. Okay, so that affects that. Okay. I understand. So then we lose that one. You have cultivated a strong bond with animals. You can cast Find Familiar without expending a spell slot. An expert at navigating the wilds within the city. You gain proficiency in Sleight of Hands. Wield Nimble Finger Steal Stuff. Okay. That might be okay. That's good, I guess. Helps you pick locks and pockets and disarm traps. Okay, I think that's pretty good. That might be actually kind of important. I don't think we're gonna be rolling dexterity, but we'll see. You've spent endless days surviving desolate tundras. You gain resistance to cold damage. Okay, this is just resistant to fire and poison damage. Right, that is the ranger. We are almost done with all our classes here. Only been at it for almost 2 hours. It's fine. Rogue. With stealth skills and uncanny reflexes, rogues' versatility lets them get the upper hand in almost any situation. Sneak attack, melee. Deal extra damage to a foe you have advantage against. Also works if you have an ally within 1.5 meters of the target and you don't have disadvantage. Okay. I hope we'll figure that out. I hope the game will tell me. There are no subclasses for Rogue. Pretty straightforward. Sorcerer. Sorcerers are natural spellcasters drawing on inherent magic from a gift or bloodline. Cantrips, bone chill. Is that? Yeah, that's just this. I think that's just pretty much, yeah, it's the same as we already read about. Might be easier to check here. Yeah. Yeah, we have checked this already before. What about spells? Yeah, even some of these we have. Okay. Immunity to falling damage. That might be nice. Gain 7 temporary hit points. Gain dash immediately and as a bonus action on each of your turn until this spell ends. Wild magic. Your powers come from ancient forests of chaos. Forces of chaos. They shine within you, waiting to burst free at any time. Activate to gain advantage on your next attack roll, ability, or saving throw. Increase the chance of wild magic surge afterwards. For sorcerers, each time you cast a spell of level 1 or higher, your magic might surge and trigger a random magical effect. For barbarians, each time you rage, a random magical effect will trigger. Okay. Wild magic stems from the force of chaos. It changes. Yeah, we know that. Okay, I see. Draconic bloodline. Your veins carry draconic magic, the results of powerful dragon ancestors. Your hit point maximum increases by 1 for each sorcerer level. Dragon-like scales cover part of your skin. When yeah, it actually does change the look of it a little bit. When you aren't wearing armor, your base armor class is 13. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know what we have right now, for example. So I don't know. I guess that's better than nothing. Storm sorcery. Whenever crackling with the energy of ancient deluges or pierced by gales and hurricanes, your lineage is a strange tapestry scrolled by a tempest. After you cast a level 1 spell or higher, you can fly as a bonus action until the end of your turn without receiving opportunity attacks. That might be nice. We can fly. Fly to a nearby spot without receiving opportunities. Okay. That might be nice actually. 9 meters though. Warlock. Bound by a pact of an all-powerful patron, warlocks trade their loyalty for supernatural abilities and unique magic. Eldritch Blast, Blade Ward, take only half the damage from bludgeons, piercing, and slashing attacks. So these have something special. They have warlock spell slots. That's not what we have been reading about so far. Okay, so warlocks have their special spells. The Fiend. Warlocks in service to fiends work towards corrupting destructive ends. Intentionally or otherwise, and receive hellish blessings in turn. Armor of Agathis. Gain 5 temporary hit points and deal 5 cold damage to any creature hits you with a melee attack. Necrotic prevents target from using reactions. When you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, this gift from your patron grants you 4 temporary hit points. Okay. So basically it heals us temporarily. Does it say for how long? I guess it's for the remaining of the fight, I guess, or until we get downed. Okay. Doesn't change your look, no. The great old one doesn't change your stats as well, no. Warlocks bound by eldritch beings in the far realm works towards inscrutable goals, gaining strange powers over entropy and the mind. Dissonant whispers, frightening creatures. I think the bards had this. They definitely they had this too. Leave a creature prone with laughter without the ability to get up. Yeah, they had this too. When you land a critical hit against a creature, that creature and any nearby enemies must succeed a wisdom saving throw or become frightened until the end of their next turn. And the Archfey. Raised by the Lady or Lord of the Fae, you're imbued with all the sumptuous and scary qualities of your patron's extraordinary realm. Fairifier. All targets within the light turns visible, and attack rolls against them have advantage. Sleep and Fey presence. Charm or frighten nearby foes with the Feywild's beguiling, disturbing magics. Okay. And lastly, the Wizard. Doesn't have any subclasses. Wizard masters arcane specializing in individual schools of magic, combining ancient spells and modern research. Cantrips. I guess they have access to everything by the looks of it. We can even cover the ground in grease, slowing creature within and possibly making them fall prone. So yeah, they are just flat out spellcasters by the looks of it. Arcane Recovery. Replenish spell slot while out of combat. You can also restore spell slots above 5th level. The number and level of spell slots or Arcane Recovery. Action can restore. You can restore spell slots above 5th level. Okay, but if you do a long rest, you recharge all of it. Yeah, I think so. So the way I understand, it will restore up to the 5th. But what if you have more, then if it's possible, then you need to have a long rest to restore more. Okay. Okay, well that's all of the classes. I hope everyone caught up with that and remembers everything. Background Sage. Arcana, History. Five intelligence plus 5. Intelligence plus 5. 3 intelligence. 2 from proficiency. No, that is something else. It doesn't stack with that. It is something else. Interact with enhanced items. Well, I wouldn't mind to have something that talks to animals. But it only seems that we have a few choices when it comes to it. We either have to like pick a specific race for it. I think it was a forest gnome that had that one. And a few classes had it too. And the cleric had it, I remember. I think the cleric had it. I can't remember now. Soldier. Athletics and intimidation abilities. So that is that. Intimidation. Acolyte. So all of these things do not affect anything I can see to the right apart from skills. Solve mystery, survival, track prey. I think it gives us some kind of options on how to play. So that gives us stealth. And it gives us sleight of hand. But hold on, what had that? Was it rogue? Yeah. Then we have sleight of hand twice. Plus 7. What if I now go here? Now it has plus 3. Where was that? Was that under abilities? Change. Plus 3. Seven. And then skills with expertise. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability checks that uses either of your chosen proficiencies. Okay. So they do stack. Same with stealth here. Why are these white? Is it because they, yeah, it's because they are selected. So we have 15 points here. So dexterity is affecting our initiative. And finesse. What's that then? Scales with your dexterity instead of your strength if your dexterity is higher, okay. Oh yes, that's how it's calculated, okay. Then I understand. Well, I think we would like to have investigation at least. That sounds very interesting. Recognize plants and animals, hug trees. Religion. Pet of all the dogs. Insight. Detect lies. Maybe. But then it says wisdom. So does higher wisdom help with that? You may customize your skills, your skill proficiencies in a list below. If you're proficient in a skill, you add a bonus to those skill checks, making you more likely to succeed. So wait, is all of these like skill checks? So I can end up with a medicine one, and that has like a +1 to my roll or something. Manipulate the truth, lie and cheat, intimidation, performance, command the stage, persuasion. Okay. Well, there's a lot. But I think I get the idea behind it. And yeah, hit points. Can I see what they do? Okay, so 2 constitution will add 1 hit points. Memory and mental power. Senses and intuition improves the spellcasting, cleric, druids, and rangers. Improves spellcasting. -1 to charisma checks. 0. 2. I think I need to see that in action to understand it completely. There seems to be so many different kind of checks that it almost feels unreal to me. If there's a different check or die toss for every single skill and ability in this case, that's a lot of different varieties. But I do think charisma is important because it does influence trader prices, but probably also dialogue. Maybe. Otherwise I don't know. Okay. Well, I think we should start getting serious here then. Your proficiency bonus is added to ability checks and saving throws against skills against skill you're proficient in, making them more likely to succeed. It is also added to attack rolls when attacking with a weapon you're proficient with, increasing your chance to hit. Okay. Well, yeah, this is background. You spend your life in service to a temple, learning sacred rites and providing sacrifices to the god or gods you worship. Serving the gods and discovering the sacred work will guide you to greatness. So that will just... The way I understand that, if I would roll with an acolyte, that would add a +3 to my roll. So whatever I would roll, it would add a +3 to it, which makes it more likely to succeed. However, I have no idea why it says wisdom. How does the wisdom come in play in that? Let me see if I can just figure it out. So insight 3. Insight 5. So it does scale by wisdom. How much is it per point then? It's per 2. Or is it? That's +1. +1. That's 2 points. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay. I think I understand it then. So the higher wisdom, for example, we have for that, the higher we can add to it in the rolls for that. It feels like I'm getting the hang of it. It's only taken 2 hours. Okay. Let me just turn on the air conditioner. Okay. Yeah. I think we are ready. We are ready to create our character. So. I am not fancying an elf. Or tiefling. I mean, it looks kind of... I do like they have a tail, but yeah, I don't like it that much. Drow, no. Human. Human will be a race you can fall back to, but I just want to see what kind of beards do they have. Yeah, it's pretty much the same one as the dwarves. It is the same ones. Okay. Okay, now I know that. So yeah, we could fall back on human, but I do not fancy that right now. Should I begin with class perhaps? Yeah, let's begin with class. So I do not fancy wizard, not as a main. I'm not a spellcaster, probably never will be. That would be a very rare occurrence for me. So that leaves out that one, and that one. Paladin is a bit of a mix. Paladins will be mostly, if I would roll it, would be heavy armor. I would roll it as a tank. More or less shield, and I would probably heal and support a lot. Monk, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like my kind of cup of tea. Ranger. I would really like to have some range support, but I wouldn't main one. Plus, I would prefer to maybe go rogue. The rogue can have... No, the rogue cannot have longbow. Would you need to go elf with rogue? Yeah, probably. Or half elf, maybe. No. Unless... Well, they do have bow. So yeah, I think it would work. But I would still not really... Actually, it looks like the rogue have bow. But yeah, I would prefer them to go a stealthy bow user. But no, I wouldn't main one as well. Fighter feels very straightforward. It seems very simple in a way. Barbarian seems to be also kinda fun. But it feels like you almost... It feels like a barbarian is more like a... is more like... well, great, now I lost the word for it. So you have a Slayer from Warhammer. You're basically running with as little armor as possible to just smash out as much damage as possible too. But you're gonna be quite squishy, in my opinion, on that. Bard does seems interesting in a way because it does have a lot of buffs and everything. I kind of like that. Choleric? Not really. They do seem to be having the most options with a lot of different subclasses and a lot of deities, but I don't know what these will do. But they must have some play into them, into the game. They must have. It can not just be a tag. I bet you can use it some way in the game. Maybe it's dialogue options. They can also use heavy armor. Druid is a little bit more interesting. That actually is a good point. I just thought of something. Where do we have that? Yes, here. While not wearing armor, you add constitution modifiers to your armor class. Wearing heavy armor impedes your rage. So you are being more... You're sort of being punished by going heavy armor. And I can maybe understand that. I mean, you probably are supposed to play like high risk, I guess, as a barbarian. And the druid doesn't have that. The higher your spell difficulty, the harder it is to resist your spells. I don't think it would be possible. Or maybe it is possible, but I'm not sure how viable it would be. To go with a heavy armored druid. And then use a halberd or something. But what use would the melee weapon be when you're mainly a caster by the looks of it? I mean, the melee weapon has to scale from strength, I suppose. I mean, I would use it for physical. Affects your melee weapon too. This is spellcasting only. So it would just be there for show, pretty much, as stats, maybe. That's why I don't feel like I can probably roll with that. I guess it's just there to power up my my spells by the feel. Well, Paladin. Yeah, that doesn't change anything. So these have the same stats, apart from the fact that the Barbarian have 15 health points above instead of 13. But this one will give us heavy armor. Hold on, there was something I did read that caught my attention. But where was that? It was somewhere around here, I know it. No, it's not over there. Here it is. For sorcery, each time you cast a spell of level 1 or higher, your magic might surge and trigger a random magic effect. And then it says for barbarians, each time you rage, a random magical effect will trigger. So I wonder if we can multi-class. Doesn't say anything about it here. That's the only hint I get from it. Because why would it mention barbarian here? Barbarians doesn't have any of this. They don't even have any spells. If we can multi-class, then I do wonder if I could roll barbarian. But that is true. I will then take a penalty. Yeah, if I would go barbarian and then roll heavy armor, it would have a negative effect on rage. And I'm not sure how it is to roll something that has another primary stat. How would that even work? If I would be focusing on strength as a melee user, would make sense. But if multi-class is a thing and I would pick druid, the reason is why would I pick it first of all? Triple a creature's jumping distance for mobility, for a heal, but the heals must be rubbish because it doesn't say because will have low wisdom. Well, I still think it might be a good combo. Okay, I think I will go with it. I will go with it like this. I will main a fighter, I think. And I will, if multi-class, which I highly believe is possible, then I think I will pick barbarian. Because I don't see how that will be possible otherwise. But what about the animals? I mean, surely the animals need to be melee. Maybe they will stack by strength. Well, we can try. I mean, we can change. I think they said that. So, and we can respec. So, I'm noob. That's what I'm going to say. Let's just try to live danger. We can try at least. We can try fighter. Because that gives us access to heavy armor. And some interesting weapons. The druid weapon sucks in my opinion. However, and then, yeah, never mind. We get shields here anyway. And spear spikes. What does the druid give? Okay. So we're gonna go with fighter, and I will try for the second one to go for druid, and I will just see how that will be. I think I need to see it all in actions to understand how this will work. Because why would otherwise a barbarian go sorcerer? It's the same issue. Charisma and strength. So yeah, fighter is our pick. And that is also something I will write down. That decision is made at about 2 hours and 44 minutes. That's perfect. So, fighter. When it comes to this, now I don't know how much carrying capacity we have otherwise. This doesn't tell me really anything. Because I don't know what the default is. Body type. Okay. Oh shit, you can be huge. Okay. That's actually kind of big. Randomize appearance. I don't know what these do, but okay. The dwarf didn't have that. No. I do really like how the Dragonborn looks. So I think I might run that a little bit different from human at least. Sub-race. Dexterity. That is con. So silver and white. A white dragonborn? So white dragonborn fighter, we're gonna have a frost breath. And be resistant to cold damage. And I would prefer to use a two-handed melee weapon. So let's go with that one. And then background. I don't know. Insight, religion, deception, slay of hands. It doesn't feel like I should be sleight of hand. It feels like I should have another character for that, focusing on these kind of things. Same with criminal, entertainer, acrobatics, performance. I don't know. Folk hero, animal handling and survival, track prey. That stacks with wisdom, but yeah, this wisdom is a bit messed up right now. Let's see. Let's just go with that, and then we can use this. Yeah. Heal arts and wisdom, charisma, turn on the charm, coax and Joel's. Or Joel. Noble, history, persuasion, strength, does athletics, stay fit, perform physical stunts, help you shove or being resist being shoved, survival, sage, soldier, intimidation, an urchin. That's yeah, these. Okay. So we don't really have a lot of options here when if we want to take advantage of strength. It's athletics pretty much. But if we might go druid, we might maybe want to focus a little bit more on wisdom, but I don't know. Then maybe outlander might be best to get the survival one. Because that's charisma. Dexterity. But does it matter though? Does it really matter? Because that is 5. I cannot do anything with that. But what if I would like remove that as 1? Well, actually, no. It does matter a bit because it is +5. So it will be... I think maybe I should go with something else here. I mean, I can customize it anyway, but it will give us a bonus. But then I don't really need to go with maybe that. Maybe something that is a little bit more interesting, like let me see here. History insight. I kind of was kind of interesting. Sage, history, intimidation. Do we have investigation? No, we don't. Intimidation. -1 to intelligence checks. So why can I go history and not investigation? Spotted in details, intimidation, history. Nope, haven't created a character yet. Still working on it. Acrobatics. Yeah, we don't need acrobatics. What about history? Animal handling, pet of the dogs, insight, detect lies. Both are a little bit interesting. Intimidation. I think we should have intimidation. Perception is to spot hidden details. Don't need that. Well, actually, we do need it, but I don't want it on my main character. Insight. Maybe. Animal handling, I don't know. Influence animals, pet all of the dogs. It doesn't say if it gives anything more. Acrobatics. No. No, I think we're gonna go with intimidation because that's a charisma. I think that can help in dialogues. And history. Maybe that has something interesting to do in dialogues too. I don't know. We do have athletics and survival by choice. But only athletics is being taking advantage of our strength. The rest does not. That's intelligence, that's wisdom, and that's charisma. And we cannot get investigation on this character. But I think if you have a party member with investigation, then you get it anyway. There's nothing else I want here. What about medicine? Diagnose disease. No. No. I think that's fine. That's how we will be rolling. And these are stats we will be using. Let's remove 1 dex. And I'm gonna put that into charisma. To get that higher up. Or actually, I think I want to put that into... that does give us 1 charisma check. What about intelligence then? No. Let's do it like that instead. So 12 charisma. Right. That is the fiddly stuff. Now onwards to the next fiddly stuff.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
More of those wretched things.
Where to next?
What was that?
Health. Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened.
More of those wretched things.
None doesn't really fit a dragonborn, does it?
There's magic.
Where to next?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Okay, I would maybe go with that or that. I think this looks better actually. I don't know actually. I don't like the horns back like there. I mean that does look a little bit better. It's no, I think I'm gonna roll with the horns. Oh. Like that, and then we have shins. Maybe I have, no I don't. Jaws of Ruin. So we can go for anything here if you wish. We don't have to go with white if we want. Can go for really anything. So I could go for red if I do wish so. No, we don't need anything here. Lip also, we had red 1. But I don't really see any difference to it. I don't think... Oh wait. Okay, no, yeah, okay, no, we don't need that. We don't need that at all. We have all that on... We have that on 0. Tail. We don't have a tail. I was wondering about that. Okay. Well, that tail looks most fun. That looks more most normal though. Whatever that is. Let's see. General. Skin color. Yeah, maybe. I kind of like that. But was it more beautiful than the silver? Also looks kind of okay. Where is it? I think the bronze looked the best. But I am a little bit attached to silver too. Well, no, that's white. Let's go with bronze. Genitals, I'm not sure if that's okay. They've actually designed this. Okay, well, let's just go with that then. Eyes. We're gonna stick to that. Okay, there we go. That's the one, and that's how we're gonna be rolling. All points are spent. All of this is done. Athletics, history, survival, intimidation, gender set, class set. Let's proceed. See what happens. Wait, what? We need a guardian? Okay, we don't have any stats or anything here, so It's only Brace. What about General? And the race cannot be Dragonborn. Well, what will a Guardian do then? What good will this do? Will this one just help me? What role does it play? Or maybe a half-elf. Oh, it's a bit weird. We cannot pick class for this one, so I'm not sure. Do we just pick what we fancy most, or? No, I keep falling back to half elf. Let's go with half elf. Let's make it a high half elf. Let's check the voice.
Remarkable. True.
Good luck.
Follow your instincts.
Did I do the
Don't be
voice
afraid.
on that one? After we crashed?
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
We did.
Remarkable.
Good luck.
Follow your instincts.
Follow your instincts.
Remarkable.
We only have 2 voices.
Follow your instincts.
Is this only
Don't
to...
be afraid.
Is this only to this one? I think... No, it cannot be. It is, okay. So that's the options we have. Okay, but in that case... half elf. Again, there.
Follow your instincts.
That one.
Don't be afraid. Let's go with that. No piercing style. And no piercing style. Ice.
I think I liked that one.
Remarkable. Truly.
Okay. I'm pleased with that. I think we are ready. So we are clocking in at about 3 hours and 37 minutes in character creator, and it is now time to actually start the game, I believe. So I'm just gonna make a quick note here.